Hello. Oh man. It's Wednesday. It is Wednesday, guys. It's gonna be our special reading today. My apologies. Yesterday, I took a snow day nap and woke up too late. But I'm back. Committed to it. Part two of Little Man by James Baldwin. Gonna read some. Hey, Ma. What it do? Gonna read some of this. I don't know. Maybe I can make it into a third session. It kind of depends. Yeah. 2 more times for us to go ahead and read this for sure. Oh, man. Hey, Janelle. How are you? How's everybody's day going? How we doing in the snow? Terrible? We are too. Gotta get some of that water up in my system. All right. Whew. Week is almost over, bro. We almost to Friday. Almost to Friday, people. Oh, happy Black History Month as well. Now, I did just want to let you guys know, we do got a black fact for today. So, it's about the first black-owned bank. It was started by Reverend William Washington Brown. It was founded in 1888. What? Oh, yeah, you love it. Makes you miss being up here, huh? So, with Reverend Brown, it was the only bank in Richmond that was able to pay out during the Depression of 1893 and remain in operation. I don't know if you guys keep up with banks at all, but that's a pretty big deal now. Oh, keep in mind, any books that you guys would like for us to read, feel free to comment. Let us know. Hey, I appreciate it. Let us know. We're open to everything. This one I got from my auntie, Little Man. It's a story about childhood. Alright, so let's go ahead and see. Give it a couple more minutes. Then we go ahead and get started. Let's see. Alright. Bless you. Alright. So one thing TJ understand about Blanky, she don't like nothing that wears dresses. She don't hardly never wear a dress herself. She always in blue jeans, look like she do everything she can to be a boy, but she ain't no boy. But she ain't no boy. Blinky is a girl, but she don't like girls. So when she sees Miss Lee coming up the street, she say, "Here come Miss Lee." Look like she can't hardly walk. WT and TJ, they both dig Miss Lee. Sometimes she send WT to the store alone, but she never send TJ to the store alone. Excuse me. If she see them together, she call them over to her. She stand leaning on the railing and she say, "Which one of you fine man want to go to the store for me?" TJ always yell first, "Me? I want to go." Even though he knows she ain't going to send him by himself, him and WT run over to Miss Lee. She's standing behind the railing at the gate top of the basement steps. Miss Lee look at him real hard and she say, "Well, all right. But you so little, wouldn't nobody never be able to find you if you got lost." And she look like she really mean it. She real serious. She don't smile a bit, except you can tell she really smiling to herself inside. She having fun. It all in her eyes. Then she look at WT and she say, "WT, this little man wanted to go to the store for me, but I'm scared to send him off by himself. He need a big man to go with him. You want to take this little man to the store for me?" And WT smile and he say, "Yes, ma'am." Okay, y'all seen that? Y'all seen that? See, look, that's Miss Lee right there. Man, look at the artwork, man. Stove. Then Miss Lee smiled and she say, "Thank you, WT." You are a gallant gentleman. And WT, he just puff up like he gonna explode. You try to puff up before you explode. Then Miss Lee give TJ the money, and she tell him what she want. And she made TJ repeat it. Then she said to WT, now you just make sure that don't nothing happen to him, you hear? Don't want nobody carrying off my little man. WT say, I ain't going to let nothing happen to him, Miss Lee. And then they go off to the store. TJ got the money, so he run. But he just teasing WT. WT can run faster anyway. But TJ just like to tease WT because Miss Lee give the money to TJ. She didn't give it to WT. But when they come back from the store, she give WT a nickel. She say, now you got to share this with TJ. He the one who went to the store. And then she smile and go down the stairs. She got a beautiful smile. She real beautiful sometimes. She younger than Mr. Man. She got a color like honey and watermelon. She got real long curly black hair. She real skinny. She got real long legs. She married to Mr. Man. Mr. Man sound like me. She lived down there with him. They ain't got no children. Okay. So look, that's Miss Lee right there. Sometimes she said, true. And that's when Blinky say she can't hardly walk. That's not true. Blinky just don't like the woman because she never sent Blinky to the store. But sometimes Miss Lee looks sad and she walk like she don't know where she going. But she walks straight. She don't stagger and stumble. Her eyes is red sometimes. And she smells strong like smoke. And sweet like she been eating peppermint candy. And sometimes she smell like licorice. But she always walks straight. Here she come now up the street, just like Blinky say. She coming from Walter's Bar and Grill. She carrying a paper bag. She just like Mr. Man. Sometimes she see you, sometimes she don't. She opened her gate and she walk on down the steps like she don't see him. Mr. Man record player still going, though. And they keep on dancing. WT got a hole in one sneaker, his flesh right on the sidewalk, really, but he just keep dancing and moving to the music. W2 beautiful, really. He a pain, but he really beautiful. He know Blinky wants to dance, and that really why he dancing, but his mind somewhere else. His mind always somewhere else, like when he skip rope with Blinky. He do it for Blinky, but he do it for another reason too. WT gonna be a boxer, and so he have to train like a boxer. Somebody tell him once that Sonny Liston used to skip rope while he had night train on his record player. So now, WT take the rope from Blinky, and he starts skipping rope in time to the music. See, look, that's him skipping. Miss Beanpole make a sign for TJ to come on over to her window. At first, he act like he don't see her. Blinky and WT busy with each other, so TJ strut over to Miss Beanpole's window. Come on in here, she say. I want you to go to the store for me. So he run up the stoop and into the hall. He bump into Miss Lee. She coming up from the basement real fast. She got 2 bottles in one hand, and she throw them in the garbage can outside Miss Beanpole's door. Look, it's him running up them steps. He got up there, didn't he? All right. I don't want to lick my fingers. Just ash it. All right. Then she see him. Why, hello there, TJ, she say. But she act like she don't see him, really. She got a paper bag in her other hand. But she don't throw that into the garbage can. She keep on up the stairs into the building. TJ a little surprised because the only time he ever see her upstairs in the building is when she got to sweep it or mop it down. But she ain't going to sweep her mouth today. She got on a black dress and them high heel shoes will make her legs look even longer and her hair not tied up. it hanging loose. When she mop and sweep and scrub from the top floor to the basement, her hair tied up and she wear an old sweater and pants and sneakers. A lot of the time, it's Mr. Man who do it, but a lot of the time, he got to be with them garbage cans, and he got to take care of the furnace, and he don't like Miss Lee to clean the roof. Mr. Man always clean the roof. Miss Lee keep on up the stairs. TJ want to ask if he can help her. He don't know why. She ain't never asked for no help. Miss Beanpole live in the house next to TJ's house. She sits in the window most days, but she is tall when she stands up. She is tall when she calls TJ or WT or Blinky to go to the store for her. Then you have to go inside her house. She has a lot of locks on her door. When she opens it, she has to move a long iron stick in the floor. This long iron stick leans against the door when the door is locked. When she opens the door, the stick moves back like the door, and then you are inside. TJ, always afraid of Miss Beanpole, will pull the stick up out the floor and start beating him over the head with it. She looks like she wants to be somebody. The inside is dark, and Miss Beanpole ain't never dressed. She always in her bathrobe with her hair tied up. She always tied up in the same old rag. The rag older than TJ, and TJ almost 5. TJ know a color when he sees one. He knows green from purple and yellow and green and red from blue. He already learned that, but he don't know what color the rag is. He don't really know what color Miss Beanpole is. She just look like she a little bit white and a little bit colored. Kind of more white on top of that than she is around the mouth. But she probably more white than colored. TJ more colored than she is, but he don't know about her hair. He never see it. Miss Beanpole is very old, and she smells like peanuts. Yeah. She never in the street. That's why she always sends you to the store for what she want. She mostly want to have. So look, that's Miss Beanpole. Pound of this and a quarter pound of that. Then you can't go to the big store. They don't want to hear that. No. You got to go to one of them little stores. One of them is 3 blocks off, and one of them is 5 blocks off. And then you better not tell nobody. They don't want you going all that far and crossing all them streets and maybe getting yourself run over and going that far out of their sight. But TJ do it all the time. He just made sure that Blinky don't know. He always wait till she got her back turned doing something else. She always doing something. And then he just vanished out the block. Time he get back, Blinky know he been gone, but ain't no use in her saying nothing. Too late. Miss Beanpole buy 1 pork chop at a time. Then she give you a penny, and she closed that door. The big orange stick go blam against the door, and then you hear her locking all the locks. Then she sit down in the window again till it get past dark. TJ don't know what she see out that window, but she all the time sitting there. Today look like she watching Blinky and WT across the street. Blinky skipping rope. WT ain't got no better sense than jump inside the rope with her sometime. Clack, clack, clackety, clack, whoosh. Clack, clackety, clack, whoosh. Clack, clack, clack. Like a fool, thinks TJ and WT older than him. Now Miss Beanpole done turned all her locks. TJ hear that iron stick scraping across the floor. Then she open up the door, but she don't never open it wide. TJ, go on in. Miss Beanpole lock all them locks and close the door with the stick back in place. She walked to the front room and TJ followed her. Miss Beanpole got a voice like a man. She say, "How you making it, TJ?" TJ say, "All right." He can't call her Miss Beanpole. That ain't her real name. He call her Miss Beanpole. She swear he making fun of her. His daddy told him her real name, but he can't never remember it. Miss Beanpole go to her dresser drawer like always. She take out her purse. It's tiny and fat and brown, like a water bug. She turn her back to TJ like always, and she snap it open. TJ don't never like to look at her back. When she got her back to him, her back go up, and her head go down. So far, he can't hardly see that head rag, and he can hear her fingers moving in that purse like she was blind. Her fingers go clink and chink and clink a chink while her back turned to him. Ain't no light, but the light from the window. But Miss Beanpole, she's standing in the corner in the dark. Clink, 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 clink. You want to say hey?
Hi.
All right, that's right. But, all right, you might go the other way. Watch the charger. Thanks, man.
I'll get the Nintendo.
Huh?
I get the Nintendo.
Yeah, go ahead. And make a kind of rattling sound. You know what a rattling sound sounds like? Mr. Man done stopped his record player. TJ look around him. Don't nothing never change in this room, but TJ always look around him when he here. It like a real weird room, like a room in the movies or the TV where something happened in the room a long time ago, and somebody hid in the room and they saw what happened and they still hiding in the room. They see everything in the room, like now they can see every bit of change Miss Beanpole is counting out. Ain't nothing so dark, but they can't see it. And then they going to jump out and tell what they saw, and then something awful happened in the room. Miss Beanpole got a lot of things in the room. TJ always stands still. He afraid he bump into something. He might even bump into whoever hiding in the room. Maybe that's why Miss Beanpole never go out. She afraid of leaving a person alone in the room. TJ know there is something hiding in the room. He don't want to bump into nothing. Then he might find out what happened, and then Miss Beanpole pull that iron stick up out the floor and beat him over the head with it. She got shiny flowers on a round table in the middle of the floor. They in a great big glass with bumps all over it. Look like she dusts the flowers every day, way they shine. The table covered with a long brown cloth. Just like the big green glass, a long brown cloth got tiny holes all in it. It fringes right down to the floor. Ain't no chairs around this table. Then, on the wall, in front of where she's standing, Miss Beanpole got a big picture of the Lord. He got a kind of pitiful smile on his face, but his heart be full of blood, and he got one hand raised. There be a blood red hole in the middle of his hand. That where the nail went through. His hand when they nailed him to the cross. Then Miss Beanpole got a whole lot of other pictures on the other wall. Looked like the pictures of the people she knew back in the olden days. Most of the people she know is all smiling. They real dark. They mostly all in white. And they mostly on one. On another table in the corner, she got a big open Bible. There's a little lamp on this table, but it off. And a chair at the table in front of the window. Miss Beanpole's rocking chair. TJ going to start school just as soon as the summer is over. I think that's a picture, y'all, of like her little corner. Can y'all see that? Look at that. So it looks like this is the room. Everybody see it? Kind of scary. Look, TJ standing still. Now Miss Beanpole snapped her purse shut and put back in the dresser drawer. She started walking over to TJ with her money in her hand. TJ don't know why he's so scared of her. So I started walking. She looking scary though. She look just a little scary. But maybe he not really scared. He not scared like he is sometime in the middle of the night when he wake up all of a sudden and he don't hear nobody in the house. Then he's scared. I get that, TJ, for sure. He real scared. He sleep in a room by himself. His mama and daddy in a room across the hall. The bathroom next to their room. After that, there's the kitchen. So look at that. I like it. I'm gonna have to get some of these joints blown up. That's their family picture. Y'all gonna get this artwork. Appreciate this. All right. TJ real happy on Sunday morning when his daddy be home all day and TJ and his mama, daddy eat breakfast together in the kitchen. TJ's father is a little like Mr. Man, except he much younger. TJ's mama and daddy, they laugh a lot on Sunday morning. TJ's mama is the most beautiful woman in the whole world. Better say that. He never see a woman as beautiful as his mama. Even Blinky say so. And she don't like nothing that wears a dress. She say, now, take Miss Lee. She must got a pound of makeup on her face. Mr. Man must get real sick every night when you see her take it off. But your mama know, she beautiful. And she don't put nothing on her face but water. At least you know it's clean. And it's true. TJ's mama got a lot of cold black hair. All she do is comb it with her afro comb, and it stand out on her head, and it shine like a crown. She got a little nose, it all the time wiggling when she laugh. She like to laugh. Her skin color of peaches and brown sugar. She love TJ and she tell him everything he need to know. Like every time he ask her a question, she give him a straight answer. She always tell him, if you want to know the answer to something, or if something bother him, don't care what it is. Don't go creeping around strangers trying to find out to come to her or his daddy. She tell him everything about his body and she tell him about babies. TJ don't really exactly understand everything about that, but he know that it got to be true if mama say so. It's important to have those conversations early. Look at that. And sometimes, he look at his mama and daddy when they laughing in the kitchen Sunday mornings, and he try to understand, but he know he don't really. He come out of his mama's belly. Sometimes he put his head against her belly. He come from a real warm place. TJ's daddy say his mama spoiled him. TJ's mama say his daddy spoiled him. TJ's daddy tried to act mean, but he ain't mean. Sometimes he give TJ a nickel on the sly, and he wink and say, don't tell your mama, it's just between us men. And sometimes he take TJ to the movies, and he take him to the beach, and he took him to the Apollo Theater so he could see Blind Stevie Wonder. I want you to be proud of your people, TJ's daddy always said. TJ proud of his people, just like he proud of his daddy. His daddy, one of them people. They boss people. So look at that family tree. The detail, I love it. All right. When he wake up scared, in the middle of the night, he always got this feeling that maybe something awful done happened to his mama and daddy. He listen, He listen real hard to hear them breathing. Sometimes he listen real hard and he don't hear a sound. Then he's scared. Then he try to remember what his daddy told him about that. His daddy say, you don't want no fool for a son. And TJ just being a fool if he think his mama and daddy going to jump up and leave him. Yeah, they can't leave him. Don't nobody else want him. Then TJ's daddy, he laugh and say, I reckon we the fools. Children are a gift. All right. TJ don't think they're going to leave him. He just afraid something will happen to them. He don't know why. A feeling come on him all of a sudden. He don't know why. WT's daddy gone. Don't nobody know where. And WT's mama ain't hardly never home. WT got to carry the keys to the house around his neck. And Blinky lived with her aunt. Her mama went away with somebody. So TJ gets scared. Sometime in the middle of the night, his daddy say he don't want no crybaby for his son. So he don't cry. He just lie in bed, stiff and still. All right, y'all. Whew, it's getting heavy. But that's all that we're going to be reading for today. Just for the record on that last line, there's nothing wrong being a crybaby. We need to be able to talk about our emotions with our young boys the same way that we do our young women. We do. We have to. Accountability. It's a big deal. We got to learn as much as the women, if not better, because we're the reckless ones. But that's it today, guys. Keep in mind, like, share, turn your notifications on so whenever I randomly go live, you guys will be aware a little bit. You guys will be aware. You guys have any suggestions, feel free to let us know. Comment. We're open to anything. We appreciate it. This would be nothing without your guys' support. Happy Black History Month again. I see you guys next week.